Dang, Skippy! Where are my manners? Introductions!
Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic, and welcome to What is Wednesday, where today we are tackling the character Deadpool. This is a comic book character that has somehow become an absolute fan favorite, and he's getting his own movie in 2016, so now is the perfect time to learn about Deadpool. In the 1990s, comic books were in an age of creating characters that were buff and had tons of guns and sharp edges and just looked as cool as possible. One of the creations from this era was Deadpool. He was created as a Marvel Comics villain, but when the creators looked at the first drawing, it looked distinctly like the DC villain Deathstroke. So they decided to make it somewhat of a satire, calling him Deadpool. Deathstroke's real name was Slade Wilson, so they called Deadpool Wade Wilson. While he started as a villain, he didn't stay that way long, eventually blossoming into the personality that we know now.
Call me Deadpool. It rhymes with no school. Too cool, ain't no fool, and I'm the best that there is at what I do. Cool. Moving on!
Deadpool is the epitome of an anti-hero. He seemingly does whatever is in his best interest, though occasionally has shown signs of selflessness, though it's rare. He is incredibly violent and profane and is known for breaking the fourth wall, which means he will talk to the reader directly and will even acknowledge that he's in a comic book. In a storyline called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, he realizes that he's a comic character and decides to kill every other character in that universe, as well as attempting to kill the comic's authors, and eventually even the reader. While he's sometimes shown as a murdering maniac, Deadpool is often portrayed these days as a carefree mercenary. He quips and makes one-liners, often giving him the nickname the Merc with a Mouth.
Phew! That's what happens when you mix C4 with a bean burrito.
In the comics, Deadpool is an experiment from the Weapon X project, the same group that gave Wolverine his adamantium claws. His most notable feature is his ability to regenerate, meaning he can lose limbs, be decapitated, and otherwise be destroyed and will always come back to life. This ability is what makes him so carefree, as he's never really in harm's way. In addition to his healing abilities, he often fights using a variety of guns as well as blades. He wears a very distinct outfit, which is to cover up his body. See, before he was an experiment, Wade Wilson had cancer, and his healing factor caused him to have an incredible scarring all over his face and body. So when you see his face in the comics, it's always horribly disfigured. The red suit is also so that you don't see blood when Deadpool is attacked or injured, which is pretty much constantly.
You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Deadpool as a character is also part of the most interesting love triangle in the Marvel Universe. If you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're building up the villain Thanos. Thanos, like in the comics, is in love with the embodiment of Death, who appears as a woman. He will do anything to win her affection, and even at one point kills half of all life in existence just to get her attention. Death, however, wants what she can't have, and that is the unkillable Deadpool. Thanos had Deadpool cursed with immortality, so that the two shall never meet. So let's move on from the comics. If you've ever attended comic book conventions, you've likely noticed that Deadpool is everywhere. His ability to be a badass, his incredible healing factor, and his funny quips led him to become a fan favorite. You'll even see spins on the classic Deadpool combined with other characters, or even just gender swapped. I don't exaggerate when I say that he is indeed everywhere. Deadpool has even appeared in viral videos online more and more frequently, including epic rap battles of history, and the Superpower Beatdown series where they face Deadpool against Batman and later against the Joker. Because of his rising popularity, he was chosen to be included in the 2009 film X-Men Origins Wolverine, played by Ryan Reynolds. However, Deadpool became the villain in that movie, given other abilities such as laser blasts from his eyes, and they sewed his mouth shut for some reason, seemingly to make him more intimidating. However, this upset most fans of Deadpool, as you shouldn't get rid of the most lovable character trait of the Merc with a Mouth, his mouth. In an effort to right these wrongs, Ryan Reynolds himself led a campaign to bring Deadpool back to the big screen, in a solo movie for February 2016. This movie is rated R and fully embraces the violence and the profanity that the character embodied in the comics.
You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado.
Thank you.
This Deadpool movie will exist alongside the X-Men movies under the Fox Studios umbrella, meaning that this version of Deadpool could potentially appear in other films in that cinematic universe. Deadpool also got his own video game in 2014, which got decent ratings, but was praised by fans of Deadpool for its dedication to the character. So that's Deadpool, who he is, why people love him, and how he's found his way into all facets of nerd culture. Make sure you head over to facebook.com/IAYTD and give us a like, and also make sure you subscribe to catch up with all the other What Is videos that come out every Wednesday. Thanks for watching.
One thing that never survives this place is a sense of humor.
We'll see about that, Posh Spice.